Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time Sports. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social work and Nicholls grad. Just wanted to let y'all know we are so very glad to welcome into the program Coach Tim Rebowe. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Always a pleasure, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Well, man, I know last week was an interesting game, kind of went back and forth. There were a lot of takeaways in that game, but let's get your takeaway from what you maybe learned about your team here this first week.
Well, I think like always, we're going to try to build on the positive. Disappointed in the loss, not where we wanted to be. We were hoping to be 1-0, but we're not. We're 0-1. But there were so many good things that happened throughout the game. The effort the guys displayed, not giving up all the way till the end. A one-score game heading into the fourth quarter, having a chance to onside kick. To try to go down and tie the thing up, and it just didn't work out for us. But we had some guys that played well individually. Just like anything else, though, we got some things we got to clean up, and that's always the case when you play in the first game. There were so many unknowns that, even though a lot of guys returning, it's still, you don't know because it's a new team. And, you're looking right there. We started off not where you want to start your first offensive play. From the 24 season, from the half-yard line, and they got us for a safety.
Yes, sir. And then here again, we see them. They come back on offense, and that defense, I tell you, Nicholls' defense really stepped up. A lot of takeaways, a lot of hard hits, and really going after them, as you can see this takeaway here.
Yeah, get the sack, and then we get the big interception by defensive lineman for a touchdown. Anytime you get a turnover on defense and turn it into points, that's a win-win situation. Unfortunately, right there, he threw a flag. They said the helmet, he took it off, but it kind of bounced off. But that's Rashid. He's our All-American D lineman. Did a great job of reading it. We worked those drills on defense, even with the linemen catching balls. So it was good to see him put it in the end zone.
Yeah, and here they're back on offense again.
Yeah, we got to be a little bit smarter right here. A lot of room, big ball to the field. We got to press it and get it out. I give him a little bit of credit right there. A perfect throw. He dropped in the bucket. The kid went get it. Gave him a 7-2 lead.
Right. And again, just seeing that, here's that throw that you just mentioned, and that's a tough throw right there. It's on the outside, and only that receiver can get the ball in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, we got to push it out a little bit. We had the rain started coming down in the second quarter. It's kind of crazy. We dropped the snap, and then we fumbled the football, and that's something that we can't do in that situation. We got to be able to protect it a little bit. You don't want to ever give them the ball on the plus side. But defense came back right here. You can see they trying to go in. Ethan Lee, good tackle by K.D. Smith. Ethan Lee forcing the fumble. And then Eli Ennis hustling and getting the ball out. And those guys really, really work hard on running to the football.
Right.
Big turnover for us.
Absolutely. And Eli Ennis with a great game, 10 tackles and a fumble recovery as well.
Yeah. Here's another one right here. They got us on a little double move. We got to be a little bit smarter right here. We got to expect those type of things. We work it. Again, don't have a lot of room to work, so you got to expect everything on that situation. And, he bobbled the snap right here, happened to get it right back in his hands. Yeah. So just one of those plays.
Yeah. Just so happens they do a double move, huh? And then he bobbled.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the punt here.
I thought special teams. Colin Dupree had a fantastic game. He kicked them deep in the territory all night long. Good effort down the field, getting a turnover for us on the plus side of the field. We've got to be able to convert and turn this into some points. Right.
And here back on defense again, and there's another pick.
Yeah, big interception right here. Great break by Malik Woodery. I was hoping he can take it down the sideline. They ran him out of bounds. But again, putting the offense after a sudden change, putting him in good field position. I think we turned that into 3 points on that situation right there. Right. Yeah, obviously we want to punch it in the end zone. Didn't get a chance to, but we'll take some points.
Yeah, take points when you get them, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
And so, again, really, really, I can see how it's so important and proud of your effort. That's where you're talking about the field goal there.
Yeah, Gabe Showalter came in and put us up, made it 15-10. Again, keeping it within a one score, we're getting us a little bit closer. That's where it went into halftime and then all the way into the fourth quarter.
Right. And again, as you mentioned, close right there in the fourth quarter, as we see another pickoff of these 5 turnovers that your team was able to acquire. And so a late run,
that was
which we
big.
appreciate.
Yeah, Keith, when you look at that 5 turnovers, you're supposed to win a football game. That's one of the big stats in the game. But here was just a play right here. Look, short throw, got to make a tackle, turned into a big play for him down and let him actually get a touchdown on this drive. So that's things that as well as we played on defense, that's some of the things that we can correct. But a lot of good effort, guys, running to the football right there. Yeah, this is when we forced it to, again, a field goal, held them to a field goal after the big play, and still kept it into a one-score game.
Right. Got just about a minute left here in the show, Coach. Some thoughts. I know you're happy about your team's effort. Let's talk a little bit about going to LSU here this weekend.
Yeah, look, it's exciting. It's going to be exciting for the community, exciting for the school. The first time we ever played. We got to get our guys to focus on one day at a time. You can't look to Saturday already. Even though you're playing a state school, you're playing a top 10 program in the country. We got to focus on us. That's going to be the big concern. I think the game's going to take care of itself. We know who we are. We know who they are. We got to work on some improvement. The thing that we got to do is realize, let's show the improvement from week one. Let's correct some of the things that we know we can correct. Let's control our effort, the things that we can do. And don't get caught up in all the stuff around in the stadium.
Yeah. Leave the rivalry to everybody else. Make sure you take care of doing your job, right? We appreciate, Coach. We look forward to some improvements in the areas you mentioned. And certainly we always appreciate you coming on. Great insight about LSU. Thanks so much for being the coach. Thanks so much for taking your time with us. And we wish you well in whatever it is that happens this weekend over at LSU.
All right, anytime. Just give me a call.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. And again, Coach Tim Rebowe, Nicholls State University football head coach. Very glad to have him. And that will do it for this particular edition of Bayou Time Sports. But don't go anywhere. A lot more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.